Hi everybody, welcome to this week's art talk between you and me. I am sitting here in my front room because I'm packaging up a bunch of paintings. I had a recent spring studio sale and this is the best room because I have a great table here that I can work on. I've got all kinds of tape and string and scissors and utility knives out here, and I'm just preparing a ton of paintings. And today's video isn't about how I like to package my unframed or framed pieces, but today we're going to talk about what you do when you have too many paintings. I shared a few weeks ago the video about when I don't want to paint, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody's kind, encouraging comments. It is so wonderful when you have a community that you feel like you can just lean on one another. We're all in this together, trying to create, be creative, having beauty in our lives and giving it out to the world. As much as we do create, I can totally identify with the comments I received about being burdened by the amount of artwork you have. As a daily painter for years, I amassed hundreds of small little pieces that some of them I love and some of them I could shove in a drawer and never look at again. And they bring up different feelings in me. Now, in this spring sale that I had, these were all little miniature demonstrations, plein air pieces, practice for demo pieces. A lot of work was from my Patreon channel, and I have loved these pieces and really felt like they were ready to be released into the wild. I shared in my little studio tour that I like to hang my pieces, especially the successful ones, around my studio using little clothespins on some string. And once those start getting full, my pastel tracing paper pads are full, that's when I decided, okay, it's really time for a studio clean out. And so I ran a little spring fling sale and it went really well. I was so glad to have these pieces go to homes that really want them. Sometimes when I have pieces that are kind of hanging around for a little too long in my studio, I love to donate to organizations that need maybe an auction item. That's happened several times. Organizations are always looking for auction items, so that is one idea for you if you want to have a studio sale but you need some other options. Of course, you can always give your paintings to your family and your friends as holiday gifts, as birthday gifts, as just because gifts. Original art is so special. It's created from the heart, and your friends and family will love it. There is another way to get rid of your paintings, and that is to throw them in the trash. Now, I know that might be a controversial statement. Sometimes we feel like we have to keep every painting that we've ever made, but that is absolutely not the case. You do not have to keep every painting that you make. I love that pastel for me is mostly on paper, so I don't feel as bad about tossing them in the trash. Paper's biodegradable. Pastel pigment is from the earth, and so therefore it's all going to go back to the earth. There's really not much plastic in the creation of pastel painting, and so I don't have a problem throwing a piece in the trash, especially if it brings me down, if I walk into the studio and it just gives me an icky feeling. This is me giving you permission to figure out a way to release your paintings into the world, whether that be through sales, whether that be through donations, whether that be through gifting, or maybe that means blessing your trash can with a pastel. I can't tell you the freeing feeling that it gives me to walk into a clean space, one that is free of a bunch of clutter and negative clutter at that. Another note, I remember the very first time I ever sold a piece. An artist friend took me aside because I was having mixed emotions about selling it. On one hand, I was so thrilled that somebody actually wanted something I painted. And on the other hand, I was a little bit sad because if I didn't have that piece right in front of me, would I ever be able to paint something good again? Would I ever have another success? At that stage in my art career, I was so new that I didn't really know what I was doing, and there's so much layering that goes on with pastels that I thought I needed to see the painting to be able to tell the steps that I had made. An artist friend took me aside and gave me this great advice to not be afraid to release your paintings. You're going to be getting better, especially if you're putting in the painting miles or the practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice helps us to get better. So you're going to have something in the future that you are as proud of if you keep painting and keep trying. Now I know I'm giving you all this permission to just get rid of all of these pieces, but there are some pieces that are just special, and those are the ones that I do advise you not to get rid of. I'm a working mom that stays home with her 3 kids, and there have been some sales that I've made just from a financial necessity, but I have regretted letting the paintings go. There are just some paintings that truly call to our art spirits and are irreplaceable. It's really difficult to recreate a painting. There's something about that first time you've made it that is spontaneous, and the second time or the third time or the fourth time you try to paint it, we're striving a little too much and trying a little bit too hard. And so I understand that there are just some pieces that we do not want to get rid of. Use caution. Keep the ones. Spirit feels good, keep. Spirit feels bad, don't keep. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your kindness, the community that you have, how you're kind to one another. I love seeing your comments on these videos. And of course, I do have a Patreon page for those of you that would like to help support this channel or have a little bit more contact with me with monthly private lessons via Zoom. I love to help students and I love to connect with all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Keep painting. Remember, it's all joy. Bye.